YouTube is Brian Proctor back again with another video, and this is the action pose position of the week number 13. So let's get right into it. This is the position. All right, so this is one that I did before and just messed up, and I just looked at it after I finished it and I couldn't bring myself to put it up. So I decided to redo this one, and this is one where a person could be falling, say like he crashed through a window or jumping down from something high. So let's go ahead and do this. And so I want it to be about that big. I'm going to do this kind of small so it won't go off the paper, because a lot of them I do end up going off the paper. So let's just do the oval first. I was going to do square, but let's do the oval. Maybe I'll get some twist to it. I don't know yet. We'll see. This is going to be a rough. I'm going to try to keep this one as loose as possible, because anytime I draw and I'm really tight, the drawing doesn't come out too good. So let's just draw this. Hopefully you can see this blue. Because I want to draw light in the beginning. And he's going to be, his head's going to be down. And by down, I mean his shoulder is going to be, his back is going to be cutting through the head. And actually, see the neck, because his arms are going to be up. Up and back. So let's just do a rough sketch of it. So if I do this, the position will be like this, pretty much. And I'll bring that in some more too. Almost kind of like a Spider-Man when you really look at it, a Spider-Man kind of position. But this guy's going to be, as I say, he can be falling or jumping down from something or crashing through a window, and I think I might end up having him crash through the window with the glass effect. I have one arm higher than the other, so it won't be so uniform. And the chest is going to come down. It needs a little bit. Like that. But still, I may bring that head down more. Make it too much with the blue, then I'll switch to the red. And your obliques, which are your love handles, actually goes right down into your crotch, and then you have your hips, which would be that doghouse shape like that. It comes underneath of it, upside down doghouse shape, or home plate, home base, like this, like that. But I just say upside down house or dog house, depending. And you just flip it over, and here's your legs like that. Here's your stomach. So that's an easy way to draw that. So it's like this. All right. your legs. Now, I don't want them too high up because I don't really want them to be like, to mimic Spider-Man so much. But I said I was going to make dramatic pictures, dramatic drawings from after the last mistake. So this is going to be pressing against the back leg, or that part of that leg. This one, I might have it more to the front. And then down. I don't know. See, that's one of the hard things about doing positions, is knowing where you're going to put your hands at, or your arms. And if you raise your arms up above your head, this is your, my God, here we go again. Somebody help me. This is your, and this is your chest. This whole thing is, I don't know, I forgot the name of it again. And your arms. It's not your core, Brian. So if you raise your arms up, and this is your head, your delts, your shoulder. So if you raise your arms up from your torso, hopefully you can see this. So your torso is your chest. Here is your collarbone, which is straight. When you raise your arms up, your collarbone is going to go up, and then that goes into your delts here. So your chest is going to come from under this part, and it's going to go down almost like a V, like that. It's not going to be straight like this, and then your arms are going to be up. It's going to come down like that. So if you have one arm up, this will go up, collarbone. This is your delt. Here's your arm here. Your delt is going to come to your chest, which is going to be up. Then you're going to have that underarm, part of the underarm, your lat, and then your stomach. So your chest is going to come down like that, and not straight across like this. The difference between raising your arms and not. So, and this is all going to be scrunched up here, your shoulders. Your neck is here. I might put that head down even more to where the chin is maybe coming into the chest. The chin is below the collarbone. Dramatic. It must be dramatic. Comics have to be dramatic. And then I'm going back. This one, as I said, is going to be up more. The blue pencil is giving up the ghost. And I bought another one. Just not pulling it out yet. This comes around like that. Then it joins into the lat. So this is going to come up, come around your arm, back under, and then your lat like that. Now the hard part is bringing this up a little bit. So let's see if I can continue with this one. Scrunch up these abs a little. Bring that in so he won't be so fat. And then your hip. As I say, I still want to do something else with those legs. Let's say I bring his head down more. If I bring his head down too much, he'll have that dropping position, and I want to have him crash through the window. So we'll see. But if you're crashing through a window, you usually won't want to have your legs wide open. I wouldn't anyway. We'll see. Maybe I'll have one down. So I want to kind of balance it out. So let me play with it a little bit, and then just see where I get with it. And I'm going to pause this so it won't run into 30 minutes like all my other videos, and I will play with Okay, I like what I have so far. I'm going to change his hand a little bit. I don't want that back fist to be turned so much. More of an inside palm. And I'm not doing a lot of talking today because I have a tooth that chipped, and it is a sharp edge, and it's rubbing against my tongue badly, so I've got to get that fixed. So won't be that much commentary. I mean, it will be some, but not that much. So fixing his hand, and remember, you'll see the palm. You see the palm. You see this. You have two pieces of the palm, and I try to tell this in all my videos. You have two pieces of the palm. This one goes all the way up to the finger, the baby finger, and this one just curves into the thumb. So you have the outside, which is this, and it curves up, and then you have a finger that actually bends down and tucks into that baby finger, tucks down. And then the rest kind of follows suit. But with this, you might not see it because the thumb will come and it covers up the rest of the fingers. Let's see, now better in ink because the pen is small and sharp, or the tip of the pen is small and sharp. So you see it a little better. There's the thumb, there's a finger here, there's a finger here, there's one here, and then there's this thing right here. As I say, I'll fix all that in the wash as I ink it. And then it goes into the wrist, which is back. So this would be like that. tricep. So round that off more. This one's pretty good. Might be smaller than the other, but what I will do here, so I don't make the same mistake I've made in other videos, is just stop or pause it and actually go away for a couple hours or step away from it for a couple hours and then come back and see what mistakes I may have made or need to fix. Like this little piece of the arm here, which is which. I need to turn that. That fist is turned too far in. But as I say, I'll walk away, and that's a good thing to do when you finish a drawing. Turn it upside down, and you see the mistakes. Like something's wrong in here. I have to look at that. That could be short, but it's facing you. Things like that. When you walk away from something and you don't see it for a while, because when you see it, you constantly see it. You think, or you don't see any mistakes because you're thinking, oh, it's coming out good, it's coming out good. But when you come back, it's like I can look at all of my action pose videos and say to myself, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that, or why did I do that? So there's always, it could always be better. So just walk away from your drawing and then come back after a while, go watch TV or go outside and cut grass or whatever, and then come back and you'll instantly see something that might be wrong, and then you can fix it. So you guys won't know how long I've gone away. It'll just be a split second for you, but I'll know, but at least I will have it corrected. So I'm not gone yet. I'm just touching up here. And this, before I do this, it ended up turning into a drop down position because of the legs. Now let me show you what I can show you. So here's the torso. I'll do a small one. And then now if I had brought the legs up like this, that could represent more of a jumping position. It just look, because of the way the legs are shaped, if you did a jump, your legs would be more like that. If I took it down more like something like this, that might be a falling position or a jumping through position. It all depends on how you maneuver the legs, and that's why I sped it up so I could see how I wanted it to become. And let's just do another one to see what goes on. Let's just say, let's put the legs, both of them, right in front, and here's your knee, and here's your foot, your calf, and your foot, and your arms going back. That would be more like a hop, like a bunny rabbit hop position. So what I have now is more like he's coming down. Let's do just one more, just because I want to, as I said, I wanted to get where he was jumping through a window. I still can have it, but as I said, the one I got there, to me, it looks more like he's coming down. So if I put one up and then one down, let's see, I don't want that all the way up. Let's see if I like that. And then like this, one down, and then the arms come back. Now something like that to me could probably be more of a crashing through position. So if I have my glass here, like he broke through the window, like that. So as I said, this one, that could be coming straight at you. This one would be more of a dropping position. If I drew the little motion lines, that one would be just more of a hop kind of a thing, like he sprung off the ground. And this one would be, this one would be what? This one would be kind of more of a dropping as well, because his legs are up. You know, if you're not, if you're falling, your legs usually go up. So to catch you when you spring, when you land, your legs will be bent like that to absorb the the shock, the weight, the whatever. So all these can be the same. The hands, this part up, could be the same, but it's just the positioning of the legs, and that's why I say a lot of times I'll have a hard time trying to position the arms to make it look like I want it to look like, instead of like having an arm to the side. You put one in the back somewhere to make it look. You get the shoulder, a little bicep, and by changing that shoulder, bicep, forearm, it dramatically changes your drawing. So slight little deviations like this can alter your drawing for the better or for the worse. It depends on, you know, what the person wanted. If you were drawing for somebody's book and he said he wanted somebody crashing through a window, you really wouldn't crash through a window with your arms back like this. This is more like he's jumping at the person to fight. Let's just say if I put a couple knives in his hands like that, that would be more like the ninja kind of move, where he's springing at you through a window. He could be coming through a window, but he's springing at you instead of dropping. So yeah, that's just my little tutorial for today. So I'm gonna get back. Even that little second it took for me to explain that, I can still see that this is a little wrong. But I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna walk away for a while and then come back and then see what I need to see. All right. Okay, so this has actually been a week since I last touched this drawing, and it's because I've been doing so much. I'm not only the YouTube channel, I'm working on 2 comic books at the same time. So I'm doing a lot, but during that time, I started to see something. I put this down for about 3 or 4 days and I picked it back up and I started to see and understand. Now, I have been fortunate enough to be able to draw quickly, and whenever I draw and I slow down, that means something's not right. So unconsciously, I'm aware that something's not right, but I don't know what. But when I looked at this again, I realized what it was. And a couple things is, I wanted this guy to have a crashing through a window position. And I understand now that he's dropping, and I kept having a problem with him dropping by using this. And I realized he was dropping because of the hand position. If you're falling from the sky or the ceiling or whatever, your hands are going to be up as the way this is. And then I kept trying to draw the triceps on the back of the arms, because he has his arms way in the back. But realistically, let me use this little guy right here, since he's here. If you are, hopefully you can see this, nobody can put their hands like this. You won't put your hands like this behind your head. It would have to be like this, almost like a bodybuilder doing the double bicep position. So you will be doing, you will be showing your biceps more than your triceps. So that's one thing I noticed, because I kept drawing and I could not understand what was wrong. So that is more of a falling position, because if he were doing a crashing position, let me show you. Let me take this guy right here. If you were doing a crashing position, your arms would probably be kind of like this to protect you from the glass instead of back. So that turns out to be more of a crashing position. And just as I said in the other video, it's the same video, it's just been a week. When you adjust the arms, you dramatically change the position. So it's little things like that. And as I said, this was always the hardest part for me, is to place the arms and the legs to fit that right position. So crashing, this would definitely be a crashing through a window. So he would be coming like up and then through the window. Whereas this one, well, he's more of a hop because his legs are like that too. These other ones with the arms down, he would be falling. So yeah, this is more of a landing position. This is actually a hot position. I don't think you can see that in the other one because I had it too low. It's kind of like he would be jumping with his legs like this. It's more of a springing up position. Now, the hands could be like this, or it could be out a little bit more to give him that more of a spring out kind of position. But this pen is not really writing, so I'm not going to use that anymore. But this one definitely is more of a dropping position. And so, since I spent the first two parts of the video doing this, to you it'll be one video, but I think I cut like 3 times and refilmed it. So this is going to be more of a falling position. So you will see the biceps and not really the triceps. And I think I drew the fist in there, not thinking to turn the camera back on when I did pick it back up again. So yeah, so that's going to be that. And what, I don't know, if you put the lines, like the falling lines, you'll see that he is dropping rather than coming through window. So I will have it to where he's basically crashing through like a ceiling light, something like that, with the glass and so forth, so to show you how it would look using that. And by me just putting the hands in front of the face, you can still use it. You can turn that into a crashing position, a crashing through something position. As I said, by just taking this, turning it, folding his arms in front of him, putting his head down, back to the pen, so the glass won't get in his face, like that, or glass won't get in his eyes. You have a crashing position. So would I call this another fail? No, because you learn something every time you do. So, and with that, I think everything is done for inking, and I will ink, let's just say, I'll ink this in a second, but let's say if he was crashing through a skylight or a ceiling thing, your glass would be, it wouldn't be, and I'm looking on my desk to see if I have something that could show you what I'm saying. Let's use this. This is my external hard drive. Let's just say if you dropped through this is your glass, you drop through this, your glass is going to actually turn up this way, just say all the way around. It won't be flat like this, but you'll crash through it and the glass will turn up. So the more you have your glass angled, the more it looks like he's coming through, just as if somebody jumped in water. Let's see if I can get a pen that writes this time. Let's just say, since this guy's down, if he splashed in water, the water would come up like this. If you can see that. So that would be the same way as if you crash through glass. If this guy was jumping down, if he come down through glass, your glass would be more up at a side angle. Like so, and it will turn eventually, but you would have to put the glass more in a side angle. So I need this. Okay, so I think that's about it. So putting the glass there and having the glass come down kind of like in a funnel shape, it gives him that, not the impression, it gives him that look that he's coming through it instead of having the glass kind of open up like that from crashing through the window. So with that, and if you drew some lines, like the direction lines, action lines going down, it will give him that coming down, crashing look. And just remember, as I said before, it's the arms I couldn't see, but once I realized the arms would be up when he's coming down. So with that one, I will call this one quits. And of course, I could have done a lot more hatching and line weight and so forth, but that's up to you to do that. I'm just trying to show you some positions that you guys can draw, you can practice with, or maybe use it in your comics, or just do a pinup with it. So other than that, look out for the next video, and I think that's all I had to say about this one. So I will be seeing you guys in the next video. All right, I'm out.